All right, guys. So we're going to talk a little bit about tone, tempo, emotional control, all of these things, which are going to be vital for you in regards to how you're going to deliver the message. So we've talked quite a bit about what you're going to say. We've talked about why we're saying it. Now, how we say it is going to be a big part of how you will be received. You have to be able to deliver this with confidence. You have to be enthusiastic. You have to be energetic. Phone sales requires those things. You can't be meek, timid, soft. You've got to be over the top, enthusiastic around that. Once you've got the customer engaged in a conversation after your elevator pitch, what I like to generally teach is find the energy of your customer, match their energy +1. So if you got a customer who's a 9, then be a 10. If they're a customer who's a 1, be a 2. You don't want to be all the way up here when the customer's down here, but you don't want to be down here when the customer's up there. They need to be excited about what you're talking about. You need to be confident. You need to be in control. You need to be able to be the one that's going to guide them, direct them, and move them where you go. At the end of the day, the best sellers are ones that are going to say, follow me, and people follow you. I'll give you a perfect example. When I first started sales, I used to work inside of retail stores. I used to sell direct TV to people. And we had a general approach that we used to get people back to our table. And I'll give you 2 examples. And I'll tell you the one that worked drastically. Number 1, we'd say, hey, when they come in the door, we'd say, hey, man, how you doing? Hey, I got a quick question for you. And I want you to understand the psychology behind all of these things. And it'll likely, hopefully, all make sense for you over time. When they're coming in, they're walking in, they're not thinking about buying. Actually, they don't want to be sold. But when they come in, what I want to do is I want to say, hey, how you doing? And I want to greet them. I want to grab their attention. I want to get big to divert their attention to me. And then I say, hey, I got a quick question. I put my hands down, which is like a universal symbol to slow down. Slow down. I got a quick question for you. And then what I do is I point behind them and I say, did they tell you about the event? And nobody told them. I'm the one telling them. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to slow their feet down. Hey, quick question. Did they tell you about the event? They turn around. I distract them. And all of those things are all psychology of what I'm trying to divert their attention to ultimately get them to stop their feet so I can grab their attention. The same thing we're doing in our elevator pitch. There's a lot of, hey, how you doing? Quick question. Did they tell you about the event in our elevator pitch? But then what they'd say is my next line is after they'd say no to did they tell you, I'd say, perfect, let me show you. And I would literally turn around. I would stand 10 feet away from my display table. I would turn around. I would literally show them both of my shoulder blades and just walk with a purpose. And what you guys would be so surprised to do is if you just do that with confidence, a lot of people will just follow you. And some people weren't so confident with that pitch. Some people were like, hey, got a quick question. Did they tell you about what we're doing? No? Okay, let me come over here. Let me show you something. Those people did not get followed. People did not follow those people because they weren't leaders. Hey, man, quick question for you. Did they tell you about the event? Oh, they didn't? Perfect. Let me show you. Go. That's what we're doing in our process. High energy, high enthusiasm. I'm telling you what to do. Here's what we do next. Based off of what you told me, we're going to set an appointment. You're going to show up. Energy, enthusiasm, tone. That's what we're delivering.